What's up, everyone? Coach O, coming to you from a house, and I'm going to give a lot of information about just some general stuff and then game day stuff because we have a lot of new faces, and I want everyone to be on the same page with what to expect and what the expectations are. So just general, before I get into the game stuff, just a reminder, when we have tasks on the board, we got to get those done right away. I really depend on y'all to do all of those things because you guys really help our program keep everything in motion, keep everything moving for really all of athletics to be successful. So it's important we do those things right away. Second thing is we obviously have a strike system, and there are, big things you can do to get a strike, but there's also like an accumulation of small things that you can do to get a strike too. So if you have minor things where you're not doing what we're asking you to do, or you're not really paying attention during a game, or you're off doing something else, you're doing your own thing, or you're having trouble following directions when we're asking you to do something, that can a couple of those might lead you to getting a strike over a period of time. Just another reminder, like we have our dress code for practices, and if you want to show up for a practice that's not on your week, that's cool, but you have to be dressed appropriately for practice. If you're not, you won't get any credit for it, or we might, if you're not dressed appropriately for a practice that you do have, we might send you home and you won't get credit for that. So just if you're going to be out there, either be dressed appropriately or be prepared to, get sent home or not get credit, whatever situation applies. The last thing is, don't rely on someone else to do something that needs to be done. It's easy when there's 20 people to say, I know this needs to be done, I'll just wait for someone else to do it. But that's kind of the opposite of what we'd hope for. If you see something that needs to be done, don't wait for somebody else to do it. Say, okay, I'm going to jump on and go the extra mile and take care of that because I can see that it needs to be done. That's all the general stuff. Now I'm going to get into the game stuff. So still, everybody needs to kind of listen, even if you've been here before. But sub-varsity games are usually always on Wednesdays and Thursdays, often Thursdays. If it's a home game, we kind of set it up and we're kind of ready to go. But if it's a road game, you need to bring like a small med kit. They're up on top of the shelf, like above the ice machine. We'll pull them down and kind of restock them. But we need, and you guys can take notes, like totally feel free to take notes and write some of this stuff down or go back and watch it again. So you got everything, because I kind of run through a lot of stuff quickly. But bring a small kit, and then we need to bring emergency cards for like the freshman team or the JV team. We'll put it inside of the like rain jacket sleeve of that kit, so it should already be there. So the kit and the e-cards will be there together. We'll load the inhalers. Usually there's one or two kids on all the teams that have asthma, so we'll load the inhalers in there. You need 4 racks of bottles, and you need your fanny packs. It's usually 4 people per game. It can be a lot of fun, or it can be really hard, and either way, that's okay. If you're on the schedule for that sub-varsity night, you have to work both games, the 4:30 game and the 6:30 game. The biggest thing is you are responsible for everything. There's nobody else there, so you're in charge of, refilling water when it runs out, refilling water bottles, wound care, blood stuff, taping someone's wrist, going out on the field for timeouts, like literally everything. So you guys just have to be in a really good, prepared state. So we're carrying a rack, maybe not a 6-pack, maybe carrying a 4-pack. We're on the field for every timeout, and every time that there's like in between the first and second quarter, or in between the third and the fourth quarter, halftime we'll refill the bottles and just kind of walk them over there to the end zone where they're sitting. We're not having our headphones in, our AirPods in. We need to pay really close attention. We need to be on the sidelines, really close to the line of scrimmage or where the play is happening. If you don't know like football lingo, the line of scrimmage is wherever the ball is. So if you're standing close to that line, that's where you need to be, because you're going to be able to get on the field in the event of an injury, or in the event of a timeout, or someone subbing out kind of thing. We definitely shouldn't be like by the bleachers or in the bleachers, or like way off to the side, kind of doing our own thing, hanging out, talking to people in the stands, talking to our friends in the crowd. That stuff can wait. We're here kind of for a job, and we need to do our job. Another big thing is when you get there, if you're going to be at a different school, if you're going to be at Cy Woods, or if you're going to be at Cy Creek or something, introduce yourself to the Coach O or the Miss Nat, whoever works at that school. Get to know them a little bit, chat with them, because you're probably going to need their help. You're going to need their help if some kid gets hurt and we need to know if they can go back in. You want to know already who you're looking for. You don't have to figure out who you're looking for. So meet them ASAP when you get there and kind of touch base with them. Gear, we usually wear that black t-shirt with your name across the back for the sub-varsity games, and then just like sports med shorts or like black shorts, something like that. It might be a little different when it's hot the first week or so. We might do something a little different and wear that outfit for like the varsity game, but we'll see. Other huge thing is that I will write the report time or the bus time on the whiteboard every time there's a game. If the bus leaves, let's say at like 3:20, the report time is always 20 minutes before. So the report time is 3 o'clock. That's what time you need to be in the training room, or better yet, even outside in the hallway, dressed, ready to go. You got all your stuff. The football team will not come looking for you. They will not ask if you're ready. They'll not wait for you. They're just going to take off whenever they take off. So we've had it happen in the past where girls are just sitting in the training room kind of, they'll just come get us, and they leave. And I've driven people to other schools and they've gotten strikes over it. So it is not their job to come get you. It's your job to be ready and be out in the hallway and be knowledgeable about when they're all walking out the door. We're there to do our job. We're not there for attention or anything else, but just kind of doing our job, keeping people safe, keeping people on the field if we can. Last thing is varsity games. Varsity games is very different. There's all of us work every varsity game, unless you owe practices and you're on the green team and then you didn't make up your practices on a gold week. Now you're not eligible to go. I'll say this right now, kind of to apologize in advance, but game days are really busy. There's so much stuff going on. It's really chaotic, especially on a game day. I'm flying around, so I'm not gonna, I would never be rude to anybody, but I might be so focused on something or so in the moment that I might not get back to you, or I might, come off a little harsh or a little direct, but I don't mean it. It's just that things need to happen very quickly on a game day situation. So if you have already been here, you probably experienced that. If you haven't, you probably will. It's nothing personal. It's just a lot of things happen very quickly. Buses usually leave right after school. We'll go to Luby's first. Still working on the whole McDonald's thing, not really sure. And then we'll go to the stadium. Dress comfy to go to the game. You can wear, your Cy Falls t-shirts and your practice gear, and then change later when you get to the stadium. We'll wear our polo, the sports med polo, and then our black pants with a belt and some shoes. We usually get there almost 3 hours before the game. We need to be changed and on the field and ready to go 1 hour before the kickoff. So if it's a 7 o'clock game, we might get to the stadium at 4:20, tape everybody at 5, and then we got to be on the field at 6, ready to go. Again, no headphones, no AirPods. The difference is that each person has a specific job. I can kind of run through that on a little different video. I'm also going to upload something onto the Google Drive y'all can look at, just so I don't take 40 minutes going through that. Everyone either tapes or sets up the field. So this is a green week. So the green week will tape the football players, wrist tape, turf tape, ankle tape, whatever. The gold team sets up the field, fills up the water, gets the ice chest, the table set up, all of that. Everyone needs to help clear off the field after the game. No exceptions. Each person needs to grab 1 or 2 things on their way off the field. I'm going to grab the crutch bag and an ice chest. I'm going to grab 2 10-gallons. I'm going to grab 2 racks of bottles. I'm going to grab the table, whatever. We got to get that thing cleared off. And the last couple things is everyone also needs to help unload the bus when we get back to school. And again, take 1 or 2 things from the bus into the training room, drop it off. We'll take care of it. And then we are there to do our job. And it really doesn't matter whether we win or lose, truthfully. I love to win football games. It's fun. Morale is high. It's a blast. Losing, obviously, is not fun, and it sucks, and everyone's all sad and upset. But we can do a great job, and it doesn't matter what the score of the football game is. So that is the most important thing. We can do a great job. Doesn't matter if we win or lose. That is all. Drop me a code word. Send me your favorite emoji, and that lets me know, hey, Coach O, I watched the video, watched it to the end, and I heard what you said. I'm all in. Let's do this. Send me your favorite emoji. Have a good night. See you tomorrow.